Dunes to get addicted to.
Yeah, I'm going to talk about your Dune addiction here. I don't.
Crazy.
Fuck it. Let's go into. I don't understand it, Co. I don't understand your Dune addiction. I put 50 hours into that game, and I was good. And I was like, I'm curious, how many hours did Co put in? Last I looked, you were at 130.
About that.
What are you doing?
Playing solo, man. That's all it comes down to. I'm playing solo. I'm not accepting handouts, and I'm playing solo. And I have long-term goals. So it's like dude, I just got to T6. I don't even have my advanced weapons fab and my advanced garment thing. I'm going to be doing that next time I play it. It's like a huge deal. I'm doing it during my charity stream tomorrow morning, probably.
Jesus.
So,
okay.
Yeah. So like I'm slowly crawling through the game, but I've done like all the main story, all the faction stuff, a lot of world, comp, ruined PvP, did a lot of base building, things like that.
I mean, I guess I didn't consider if you're going out and collecting all of the resources yourself, and there's not it's not multiplied, right, by the amount of people that you're playing with. I guess that would take some time. And you're also Co, so you build a massive base for no one else except for you to live in. So
I'm actually very happy with the build we've done in Dune. I'd say it's probably like 75% complete, but I was able to get 2 pillars that are pretty far apart. And then I did this tomfoolery with putting down bridges, and then I'd break the fief and move it further in, and then I'd build more up to the limit.
Oh.
I was able to literally by one brick connect these 2 pillars with instability. So now I've built this giant bridge between the pillars, and I'm making this like chasm spanning base thing. So there's like one hangar that has all 3 of the ships in it, and you can fly that around to the other side where the garage is and pick up the little vehicle at the top. So you can drop off and pick up a buggy, and it's a pretty, like, for the record, the reason I'm saying all this is because I'm super impressed with the Dune building system. And that's
it's fairly
probably 40 hours. I kid you not, probably 40 hours of my, probably 20 to 40, I'd say, has been just messing around in that system and testing it and like playing with it. The Atreides set and the Harkonnen, which I haven't played with, but I've heard similar things. The Atreides set has so many cool features that are not like standard square, standard rectangle. Like it has all these special things that let you build these much cooler designs, much more freedom than you normally have in a system like this.
Yeah.
And then tie in all like the awesome QOL and all the excellent resource management around the base. And it's been incredibly enjoyable. The piece picker stuff is amazing, makes copying really easy. So yeah, pleasure to build the game. And it's all beautiful at the end of the day. Only thing it needs is more and better lighting.
Yeah, the lighting is for performance, right? That's why the lighting levels are kept low. Yeah.
They specifically said that they had a lot of issues in Conan and that they took months balancing it down to where it is. And then they took that and basically went more reserved with it for Dune because they just don't want it to be an issue. And I totally get that.
I get that.
It would be nice for us with larger systems to have options for more though. Like it'd be cool to have like a standard where you want it, but then let us also get more options as well. Like, let's just turn it up by 200%, whatever. Like, maybe that's something that they could do. And I'm not talking about, it doesn't need to be like beautiful refractions and everything. They just need to be brighter. The inside of my base is so bright, you can't see lights on the other side of it.
You mean so dark?
Or so long, I'm sorry, it's so large, it's cavernous.
Oh.
So because of that, like the light doesn't properly hit the far surfaces. So everything just feels kind of dark. Like it's because it's not real light and it's all like super, pulled in. So hopefully they'll be able to work with that a little bit, but minor complaint at the end of the day.
Sure.
It only really matters for big builds, but
yeah,
it's still just so much fun. I've been loving it.
Yeah. I mean, you were playing on your Steam Deck on the beach.
I mean, play is probably a lot.
You had it booted on your Steam. You took the time to download it on your Steam Deck, take it to the beach, and get a photo of it.
Yes.
And that alone is worth effort. The effort to that must be accounted for. So
for sure.
Did it play different? Like being on the beach in the sand, did you feel like
I felt like I was there, like Shai Halou
more immersed
with me.
Yeah.
Did you tell her, Rowan, go act like a worm. Go
crawl into the sand and Kai, you go back there and go. Yeah.
A castle production. Yeah. Oh God, that's all I want for my birthday is for my kids to act out Dune in front of me, and I'm gonna sit on this beach and my family will put a performance on in front of me.
Good.
What are we gonna say?
I did a sponsored 2 hours of Dune, and I was like, man, this game is great. I'm gonna come back to it. And Co, of course, was kind enough to set me up with his server. And he said, when you come back, just use my server. It'll be great. I was like, okay, cool. So, during my sponsored stream, the worms were turned off apparently because they were doing like some sort of like maintenance or something, or like they had
there was a time they were down for a little bit.
They were retooling something.
Yeah.
And so like during my 2 hours, there was no worm. So I was just running out in the desert. I'm like, all right, the sponsor stream's almost over. I'm going to go eat my worm. And I just kept running. And I'm just like, what happened? And they're like, people were telling me like, I think the worms might be down for now because they're doing something with them or whatever. I was like, God damn it. And then
worm maintenance.
First time, because I just beat the Liza P DLC.
Oh, nice.
Last night. But after that, I was like, I'm going to beat that. And then I'm going to go to Dune. So I was playing Dune last night, and it's easy, by the way, to call up a worm. I had no idea how prevalent they are.
Yeah.
They're everywhere in the open desert. Like, you barely step off of any place with rocks. It's like rumbling and like fucking, and I like I didn't get eaten by one, but I just barely missed one. So I was like, oh, what's this? What's this new thing that I hadn't seen before with the, the wavy like indicator? Because I only played for like a couple hours, but like, I saw that indicator. I was like, what's that? And they're like, oh, that's the worm sign. I'm like, worm sign? What's that? And I was like, oh shit. And I started running back and I looked behind me. This fucking thing, this fucking enormous thing like appeared right behind me. And I just a hair away from getting swallowed. So
they'll get you.
Now I know. Now I know the worms are a thing now.
You have met Dave.
Yeah. I knew that they had like done the disabling of the worm a couple times, because I think actually when I was like, I'm done with this game, and I quit after dying to the worm the second time, they disabled it for like 48 hours, and then the like hour or day that I decided to go back and play, they turned it back on. So I had a grace period, probably when you did your sponsored
It was
stream.
just for you.
Yeah. Where there wouldn't have been no worm. I would have enjoyed it. It would have been great. I could have done everything I wanted to do. But yeah, here's what I'll say, Zeke. If you do get eaten, not anything before like ornithopter level in the tech tree, none of it matters. You can get it all back so fast. Like it's so easy just to get stuff back in that game. Yeah. When I was like throwing a fit because I died, there was no reason. I lost my the purple sucked, kid. Like go get a better gun. go craft the next tier of green weapon, and you're fine. So
yeah. It's not a
no. I'm looking forward to diving in. Like my just surface thoughts. It's just it plays well. It's easy to craft. It's not like you can craft as much or as little as you like. I mean, you have to craft a little bit, but like it's not.
You do. Yeah.
You don't have to go with it. You don't have to
absolutely
make your fucking mansion on a fucking pillar of rock. I did I learned from the last time, instead of doing a 2x2, I did a 3x3 this time to start.
Fancy.
So now I have room for everything, which is great.
Yeah,
but
this is good.
Yeah, no, I can just see my house down the line. It's just gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna add one more line to my house if I have to. I'm gonna add one more row of walls and bricks and shit like that if I have to.
Yeah.
And it's gonna be cluttered. It's gonna be like, a hoarder house. Like it's gonna have a trail of garbage like that I can walk through.
Yeah, eventually you do have to add some space to it once you start getting some of the bigger buildings. Yeah, they're quite large.
Yeah.
But
it also depends on where you are, though. There's a lot of community places that are open now. So a lot of servers actually have like community building areas. And I mean, if you join a guild, there's like a guild hall, then there's all sorts of stuff in there. So it kind of depends on who you're with if you play with other people.
Yeah.
How many hours till I get the Thopter?
Depends on how fast you go for it.
Yeah, exactly.
It really does.
I'm trying to beeline to it.
You can get it pretty quick, maybe 20. 15
I think less.
15?
I'd say between 10 and 15.
Okay.
I think if you really just kind of next objective to it.
If you ignore the like trials, which
Another
I'm sure
big
you're
thing
on, yeah,
is and somebody I was actually reading on the Reddit about this. What somebody did because they wanted to kind of figure out how fast they could get to the deep desert. They got there in about, I think they said they could do it probably in 5 to 8 hours. We're talking like T5, T6. And what they did is they, right when they started the game, you get a respawn beacon. You basically run your ass over to one of the high level labs and you plant it right outside of it. And then it's very bumpy at the start, but as you slowly kill the guys there, you start getting not only pieces of Dune armor, which is like the T5 Scout and stuff, and also some weapons, but you start getting ornithopter parts. And they can drop all the ornithopter parts. So the idea is that you can rush over there and do like a few hours farming and get like some serious levels, some gear. You can sell stuff you don't need, and then if you do faction stuff, you can buy the parts you need. So it's an interesting idea to rush that if you'd want to. So that may be the fastest way to do it, honestly.
I wonder
like, if you don't. But I mean, you're going to want to do all the quest and stuff anyway, especially the main story. The main story is awesome. Like, did you finish it, JP?
I think so. Yeah, I did all the trials. Yeah, and then I saw the I don't know, the boss.
Did you find out what you are?
Yes. Yeah.
I loved that. I was
cool.
like, oh, like I can't wait for more of that. So yeah, that was but yeah, so it was it's worth it. I would definitely recommend doing that stuff anyway.
Yeah.
No, I'm looking forward to the quest. That's basically why I'm there. I'm not there for like the building and stuff. I'm there for the progression. Like I want to do it step by step. I want to go do the trials, beat the bosses, so on and so forth.
Action quests are super
I'm excited.
cool. There's just some cool side questing as well, and there's also like you pick a Atreides or Harkonnen. That's also a big one, and they have some fun quests to do as well. So
yeah, you have to pick too. You can't really stay neutral the entire time. You miss out on so much by staying neutral.
Yep.
I feel.
Also, I don't know what you are. I know you've talked about liking this style in the past. I am full melee. I don't even carry a gun in this game.
Yeah,
it's awesome. Oh yeah,
I went the opposite.
At all.
So, but melee works.
Super fun.
Yeah. You can go.
Oh, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing full Bene Gesserit. I mean, I don't have a knife right now, but like doing like magic, the most magic build I can do.
Sure.
Cool. There you go. Yeah.
Code, do you know? Do any? You were talking about the ability to like speed through it. Do any normal mobs drop radiation suits?
You can get radiation suits out of ships.
Okay, that are not in the radiated zones.
That are. Yes. And I believe you can also get them in some high tier containers. I've definitely looted radiation suits. I don't remember exactly where, but I know they are lootable.
Yeah. Because some of those, all you need is a radiation suit just to go in and loot like a tier 5, tier 6 chest.
It's true.
So you could definitely get stuff with that. That's an interesting approach for sure.
One thing I was curious about, in like throughout the game, do you keep getting like really cool cutscenes throughout the game?
Yes. Yes, all the way to the end. One of the coolest cutscenes was the last one.
Yep.
Good. Okay. Because I mean, honestly,
not only do you get good cutscenes, you get well-written dialogue, well voice-acted dialogue for the entire thing, and an actually pretty engaging main story with like beats. Like it actually has like beats, and you meet characters, and like they have like actual meaningful outcomes. It's a nice change of pace for games like this for sure.
Yeah.
Yep. No, I was hyped when I saw the opening cutscene and then the Gom Jabbar scene and all that stuff. It was really cool.
Yep.
And of course your first spice stream.
Mm-hmm.
Good stuff.
I am looking forward for you to completing it so we can talk about it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
I'll see you in 3 months.
Sounds good.
Yeah,
sounds great.
On the topic of Dune, they celebrated 1 million players, which I thought they had already hit this, but this was 6 days ago. Is that when they did this? Yeah, June 23rd. They sold 1 million, which I guess is different from 1 million players, clearly. But they put out the little infographic there. Fun stuff to see how many people chose their mentors and whatnot. Looks like everyone went for the Dune experience with the Bene Gesserit. 31% leading that. Mentat was 20%. I think I started Mentat, but then I found the Trooper.
I think I did too.
Yeah. I found the Trooper, and once I got the is it the drill shotgun? What is that shotgun called?
Drill shot. Yeah.
Drill shot. Yeah. Once I got that, I never looked back. I never got a different weapon. I kept going with it.
That is a favorite.
Yeah,
for sure.
Yeah, it's very strong. It's very strong. If you're not going melee, I feel like you almost have to go that just to deal with the shielded folk. But anyway, some fun numbers out of Dune Awakening. It seems like they're doing well. I also they made some updates and did like a roadmap thing. So and that went well, right?
Here's what's going on right now. And this is it's kind of it's a good thing and a bad thing. So basically, the game kind of shipped as a PvE light PvP game with a PvP endgame with the Deep Desert. And they have that released, and that was the 1.0, and it inherently had some serious flaws. Specifically, PvE players were just not wanting to PvP. They were kind of getting to that wall and just leaving the game. PvP was essentially just gank fest. There was some fighting between good PvPers trying to structure it in the game, but I mean, not really anything that could last long term. So they released a creative roadmap, and Joel Bylos, I believe is how you say his name, Bylos or Bylos, very cool guy. He basically said that their vision for the Deep Desert is not in, kind of laid out what they want. They said they're going to make changes to make it easier for PvE players to get it. And then they said they were going to basically, now the Deep Desert is cut in half. The bottom half is PvE, and the top half is PvP.
That's a PvE really good change, yeah.
Yeah. So what they did was they went in a great direction on paper. And the on paper process or premise was, let's get PvEers a way to get T6 resources. The problem is when they did that, they increased the respawn rate of the resources in both the PvE and PvP zones. They also didn't put any structures in to prevent players from grief building around resource nodes so other players can't get them. So what has happened
Desert's hard, y'all. Desert's hard, man.
Even though it came from a good place, the changes didn't really accomplish what they were supposed to do, and in some ways kind of went backwards. Because now we actually have, like last night, I was flying around. I was having a much harder time getting resources with this new patch than I was before.
Oh, man.
So the good news is that it's very clear that Funcom wants to get something that we want to play. They're changing it based on player feedback. They're moving it in a direction that is going to try to make more people happy. The only thing I'm concerned about is if they're going to be able to get there in time, because to put it bluntly, they're selling an endgame PvP game where there's almost no structure for it. There's no battlegrounds. There's no leaderboards. There's no proper tracking. There's no way for PvP players to easily and quickly find PvP. There's no way for there's no reason for guilds to meet up in the wild and fight each other. There's no control points. There's no ever-present resources to fight over. Like, there's just nothing. It's not there.
Yeah.
The sandbox is there. And the sandbox is awesome, but Funcom has not put the toys in there for the PvPers to play with. So now that they have removed this ganking that was going on of people that frankly didn't want to PvP, they just wanted to go get resources, the PvPers are getting very frustrated because they're like, that's the only thing we could do.
Right. Yeah,
it wasn't that fun, but you literally told us to come here to PvP. That's the only thing we could do, and now we can barely even do that. So it's not a great situation. This is going to be a very interesting next few months, because how fast Funcom can react to this properly is going to dictate if Dune becomes like a wild success, or, I mean, worst case, it could just kind of like putter. Like if they just keep trying to make both groups happy.
Players,
exactly. And that's a worst case. So my big advice to Funcom, and I'm probably talk about this a little more when I play Dune next, is they need to focus on first of all, they need to make it so PvEers get T6 resources. Put many more resources in the South, make them respawn faster, and take away grief building in whatever way you need to do it. Just let them get the resources. And when you do that, find a way for PvPers to find each other and give them a reason to do it. Like, put spice geysers in the PvP zone that always give a little spice, and all you do is build a building over it, and whoever has that building on it just gets an endless little supply of spice. And then let every PvPer know where it is, right? So look, but fight over it, destroy each other's building, build your own, have a whole, and put like 5 of those out there. Anything, just do something. Make control points, go neutral more often. Put in a leaderboard system. Just the PvPers need more that they can sink their teeth into.
Yeah.
And the PvEers need their T6 resources. So they just need to figure that out. Funny enough, I made a video about kind of this idea. But my idea was to put 2 columns instead of split it in half. The idea being that PvEers could go all the way to where the good resources were, so we wouldn't have to deal with this. So almost there, but not quite. So but we'll see. You know, their fingers on the pulse. They're constantly on the forums. We know that Funcom's working on this, so still optimistic. The foundation is amazing, and you know, game's still awesome regardless.
Yeah. I like I said, I love the PvE aspect of it. The second that it was like, all right, well, now you can interact with the PvP stuff or not do that much. I was like, nah, I'm good. I'm going to go check out some other stuff.
Yeah.
I just, the combat is not something that I'm super interested in when it comes to PvP. And from what I understand, a lot of it's like ornithopter fighting as well. Like it's not even melee
they made
stuff.
some great changes to ornithopters. So
Okay.
they did reduce that in the last patch. They also did some stuff to make it so it's easier to deal with them. But it absolutely still is a thing. And honestly, like I'm looking forward to this game getting to a point where I want to PvP in it.
Yeah.
Because like I really want to. I want to finish my base. I want to get it all set up, and then I'd love to have like good reasons to fly deep into the deep desert and kick some ass, or at least try to. You know, and I'd also like I've talked about this lots of times. The idea of being able to fly to Harco and queue up for like an arena for like dueling, and like let players be in the stands while queued up players duel in the arena, and like have leaderboards and tournaments.
That'd be
and
cool.
like, oh my god, dude, that'd be entire 4-hour streams. Like there's so much potential here. So hopefully we'll see some fun things in the game soon.
Yeah. It all just comes down to, like you said, what they do with it and what they change. So people will have their eyes on it for sure. And moving forward, it sounds like they have a great, I guess, like bottom when it comes to 1 million people have purchased the game. So
Dude, they got a rock solid foundation in this game.
Yeah.
You could literally tell someone right now, you can go buy this game, have a phenomenal PvE experience, take you anywhere 40 to 80 hours.
Yeah.
Never go to the deep desert.
Yep.
like you could literally just take away the deep desert and it'd still be worth it. So hopefully they'll figure that out and then it'll be even better.
It's true. We will see what Funcom does in the future. And we'll probably go to you for that as our Dune associate. Dune respondent.
Dune
correspondent.
associate.
All right, we're going to Co out in the desert, the deep desert. Co, how's it going out there in the deep desert? How's the PvP?
Yep.
It's still really sad to think the storm's really got.
Exactly.
It's exploding.
I still can't see anything. Haven't been able to for 4 days.
That I still
Man,
think
my dreams are real good.
I still think that's the funniest or the funnest part of the game for me is when I was in the deep desert on a closed server, private server. I was just in an ornithopter. I was just, coasting, very little noise, and then you could see the giant sandstorm rolling in and just watch it roll by you without being like. There's some cool shit in that game. Some very like serene moments that occur.
Yes. The Coriolis storm has its own unique look and everything up in the sky when the sandstorm
it's
pass
great.
through, like this nebula crazy. Oh, it's awesome.
It's
Fantastic.
awesome. Yeah. I enjoyed a lot for that. What else is going on in the world of news? You guys remember Chris Wilson? We had him on the show, I think, at one point. The Path of Exile guy, co-creator of Path of Exile.
Of course.
Yeah. He started a YouTube channel.
I'm sorry, what?
He has a YouTube channel now. And one of his first videos was celebrating 25 years of Diablo 2 with David Brevik, who was one of the other folk that started that. Alongside his YouTube channel, and maybe more importantly to listeners, he's got a new studio. He founded a new studio called Light Pattern. Light Pattern is a boutique game development studio working on an unannounced project. They are looking for an art director at the moment. You can go to their website. It looks like it is in Auckland, New Zealand.
He did not waste a lot of time.
Yeah. Sounds like,
Dang.
I guess he's been kind of hidden,
awesome.
shadowed, been away for some time. So there might have been some sort of non-compete there.
Maybe.
But it was maybe 6 months at the most, because it hasn't been very long, like you said.
Yeah.
And then what is, if you go to the, so I'm at lightpattern.com. If you go to the art director role, let's see what someone is saying you can kind of glean. Okay, so an appreciation for classic RPGs from the 1990s and 2000s, a deep familiarity with Diablo 2, not just playing it, but understanding what makes its world, art, and system so endearing. Got it. So PoE 3, I guess you got to make another ARPG.
Yeah, like I wonder if it's gonna be an ARPG.
Yeah,
and if it's not, what would it be?
I don't know.
I'm just picturing this interview. It's like, oh, it says you used to work for Bungie. Did you work on a game that was gonna come out? Did you work on Marathon? Was that you? No.
Was that you? Was that you?
Oh,
it wasn't me.
I didn't even think about.
Totally unrelated that I'm
guy.
looking for a job right now.
Yeah. God, I would not want to hire an art director in today's climate. That's for sure. That's got to be a massive pain in the ass to do.